Hi Spidey-Fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood Ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and I'm actually recording this a few hours or a few minutes after my last reading video, which was, well, we're still technically in chapter 22. So, just going to finish off the pages and then I'll end this part 2. And what I'm going to be, like I said, he's at the beginning of the last one, going to do half and half now, because, well, only if the pages are really long. So, I'll just do my normal, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell notification, favourites, and follow me on Twitter as well. Type in the S sign, all capitals, without spaces, the Ultimate Spider, SPID. And without anything else, let's just get right into it. So, so I'll read the last sentence out again. So I'll turn the page again. He had agreed to play by the rules because something had been totally wrong with that operation from the beginning. The guy on the video feed hadn't seemed like Shocker, hadn't talked like Shocker, and there was no way Shocker would cause mayhem. Certainly not with bombs when he could be using his gauntlets. He loved it. He loved those gauntlets. Herman, he said, walking over, quit stuffing your face for a minute and tell me everything you know, or we're going to have a major problem. I already got major problems, Schultz said. Someone stole my suit. Spider-Man folded his arms. Okay, this made sense. It would certainly explain a lot if that had been a fake Shocker fighting a fake Spider-Man. When did this happen? Maybe a month ago, Schultz said. I've been trying to get something new put together, but it's complicated because the cops are looking for me. Not just for the restaurant thing. I commit a lot of crimes. You say that as if we're not already friends, Spider-Man replied. Hey, you seem like you know a lot of science stuff, Schultz said. Maybe you could help me get a new suit. Yeah, wait right there, I'll call my tailor. He paused, then added, what can you tell me about the one you lost? Some guy all in black came at me from behind and above. Schultz said, never saw it coming. He actually kind of moved like you, but he punched like a boxer. If I could have gotten one good shot at him, I'd have taken him, but he didn't fight fair. So that's a bummer, alright, Spider-Man agreed. It wasn't just a suit though, Schultz said. He took over my website, shut me out of the thing. I put in my name and password, but it says I'm wrong. I mean, I can't make any money if I don't have a suit. But there's a principle here. You have a website, Spider-Man said. You gotta be all modern these days. Schultz explained. Can't argue with tactically. Sorry for saying that wrong, Spider-Man. Spider-Man agreed. Did you try tracking the IP address of the hacked website to see if you could locate the guy? Schultz blinked out. You're just making word-like sounds as far as he's concerned, Scorpion said. Spider-Man turned to Guardian. Didn't you guys try to get his suit back for him? We're all sort of on the same side here, Scorpion said, but it's not like we're on the same team. If you get my meaning. Besides, after that restaurant physio, so I've said that wrong, Spidey-Fans. Shocker is hot, red hot. None of us want to go anywhere near that. None of us want to go anywhere near anything that has to do with this. Better for me, Spider-Man thought. It might be too much to hope for, but he already knew his way around the computer. If he'll find out who was running Shocker's website, then he'd be one step closer to finding out who had partnered with the false Spider-Man. He shrugged at the Scorpion. This has been a surprisingly productive use of my time. I'm not really sure how to say this, but thanks. I ought to rip you in half rounds during that trivia question, the Scorpion said, which I know, by the way, but I get it, you're trying to protect your reputation, so I'll give you a pass. What does it matter to you? Me trying to protect my reputation? Because it's selfish, the Scorpion said with a grin. you're just like the rest of us. He wasn't being selfish. Sure he had a personal motivation for not wanting the world to hate him, but it made it a lot easier to be one of the good guys. Ultimately, that was the important thing. Probably in any case, it was a physically. Wait, hang on here. A physical. I can't say it. Well, I said it before. Sorry, Spidey-Fans, I can't say that at all. A physical for the whatever question, and Spider-Man had other issues to address. His first priority was tracking down the owner of the stolen suit, so he made a quick detour to his apartment and pulled up Shocker's website, which was pretty basic means of contacts and methods of payment through third-party systems. There were a whole host of ways to hide an IP address, but there were also plenty of ways to crack these protections. Turned out it wasn't particularly well hidden in the first place. In less than half an hour, he had a location in Turtle Bay, right around the corner from the Wakanda embassy. Unfortunately, his digging couldn't get him an important number, so Spider-Man was reduced to peering into the windows of the converted brownstone. He hoped he didn't see anything embarrassing. The last thing he needed was to be labelled a peeping Tom. Many of the apartments were dark and empty. In one, a couple were watching TV. In another, a man was playing with his dog, and yet another, a man in a Shocker suit stood before a full-length mirror posing. "I am the sinister Shocker," he announced in a voice muffled by "Something tells me this is the place." The man with the Shocker suit turned suddenly. He must have caught a glimpse of Spider-Man in the mirror because he unleashed a wave of vibrations from his gauntlet. The web-slinger subconsciously pushed himself back and twisted to the side as he tumbled through the air. He shot a line of webbing at an adjacent, a much taller building, pulling himself high in the air to give himself a moment to formulate a strategy. When he looked back, the fake Shocker was standing by his open window, peering out like he was admiring the view. "There's my strategy," Spider-Man thought. Torpedoing the fake Shocker with 2 lines of web, and then he pulled hard as he fell. The Schultz imposter tumbled out the window head first. How many more pages? Yes, I'm on the last one. That's good. Tumbling downwards, Spider-Man put out protective webbing below the man in the Shocker suit, and then sent out another line so he could swing rather than plummet to the ground. When he landed, the fake Shocker was lying on his back in the web, trying to sit up. He managed to raise his arm enough to send out a blast, but the web slinger backflipped out of the way. This guy is no Herman Schultz. He used his weapon to pin the imposter's arms. He lay there trapped in. Spider-Man thought about this for a moment. A hammock of despair. Yeah, that felt right, but it wasn't nearly enough. He told himself, this was the murderer. Then this was the guy who committed crimes too horrible even for the Shocker. Stop, the imposter cried out. "Don't web me anymore. I don't want to fight." Then why did you start fighting? You startled me, and then you pulled me out of my window. The guy actually sounded scared and harmless. He didn't sound like a cold-blooded killer. The bombing, Spider-Man said, "Tell me everything." "I didn't know," he shouted. "Look, my name is Phil Simons. I'm an actor. I mean, I want to be. I've had a few roles. I even had the lead in." "Focus," Spider-Man snapped. "Look, the suit came in a package along with the..." So I said that again, Spidey-Fans, I got mixed up there. "Focus," Spider-Man snapped. The suit came in a package along with the password for the website. Then jobs started coming, and I needed the money, and then came the thing of the sandwich place and a note saying I had to do it, or they turned me over to the police. I was never really a bad guy, just playing one in real life. it was good money. Simon's protesting, and I kept getting threats. He and I had to keep on being the shocker. I didn't know what to do. You have no idea what it's like not to be able to pay your rent. Yeah, that's outside my experience for sure. Spider-Man said he didn't expect the guy to catch the irony. I swear all the jobs I've taken, I've taken have been about intimidating people. I'd never heard anyone. His voice rose as he talked, and at the sandwich place he said it was just to make a scene, to make you look bad. I had no idea there was a bomb. I'd never want to hurt anyone. I'm just an ordinary guy. You could have called the police. I needed the money. Phil whined. I told you that already. And it was a great role. You fought the real shocker. You'd never have known it wasn't the real thing. The Spider-Man guy, it was like he wasn't even trying to be you, but I inhabited. Sorry, I'll try to say that better. But I inhabited that role. I was shocker. How do I find the guy? Spider-Man demanded. People died there. I need answers. I have no idea. He contacted me. I never had a way to get in touch with him. I'd help you if I could, but I don't know. Please, you have to let me go. Down the street there was the warning bleat of a police car, which didn't surprise him. He hoped that cooperating like this might begin to repair his reputation at least a little. Sorry, Phil, Spider-Man said, but it looks like this is going to be the role of a lifetime, or at least about 20 years. Cars pulled up on either side of him, and cops tumbled out, guns already drawn. Hands up, Spider-Man! One of them shouted. So it doesn't make a difference that I caught the sandwich shop bomber, he asked slowly, raising his hands. On your knees, slowly clasp your hands behind your head. This is the shocker, he replied, or a guy pretending to be the shocker. Whatever. This is the guy involved in the explosion. He'll tell you. I didn't have anything to do with it. With that, he leapt straight up faster than I could react, shot off a web and swung himself out of there. He hoped the police would have the good sense not to fire at him. And that goes on to chapter 23, Spidey-Fans. So yeah, let's just see how many pages there are here, because I think there's actually quite a few. I might be able to finish it off in one shot next time, don't know. Okay, I don't think I will. Yeah, there's actually a lot. Yeah, these stories are getting even longer, Spidey-Fans, so I'm definitely going to cut them down. So yeah, other than that, Spidey-Fans, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and again, I'm sorry for mucking up any lines there whenever I'm talking to sort of scutter a wee bit. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see all you Spidey-Fans in all of my next epic Spidey videos as always. And you'll be seeing I've said this in my gameplay video as well of my Edge of Time gameplay, don't know what part, I think it was part 14, I'm not sure, or maybe more, but you'll be seeing all these videos in a few weeks, and stay tuned for my unboxing video of the beautiful Insomniac Spider-Man suit. I will give you an update on that as well. Right now, I've actually just ordered that tonight, so that'll take about 6 weeks in total to get here. Just had to send in measurements. I think there's still one more to go though, in measurements. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for the unboxing as well. Other than that, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and I will see all you Spidey-Fans in all of my next epic Spidey videos. It's your friendly neighbourhood Spider Cub, over and out. Thwip, thwip, thwap.